The purpose of the field research conducted during the month of January was to gain a more clear understanding of the production sources and locations that are used in the South Central Asian region, which are known and used for the vast majority of the world's ruby gem trade. On January 14, 2017, the subject matter expert team, also known as the SME team, visited the colored gemstone market in Chanthebury, Thailand. The purpose of the trip was to assess the current state of the ruby market, including the rough and faceted gemstone markets. A few key observations were made, including the fact that most rough ruby gemstones originated mainly from African countries, including Mozambique, Madagascar, Guinea, and Tanzania. Rubies from Thailand were not seen. Additionally, a variety of qualities and sizes of rough ruby gemstones were observed. However, the best quality was not readily available. Finally, it was found that it is extremely common and acceptable for ruby rough to undergo treatment in Thailand for rubies from all parts of the world.
ตรงนี้จะดีพอขึ้นไปตรงนี้แล้วตรงนี้เป็นเขาไม่ดีเพราะเขามันสูงมันจะไหลมาทางนี้นั้นเนี่ยตรงนี้จะเป็นที่ดีตรงนี้ไม่ดี
While in Chanthebury, the team met with Mr. Karim, Mr. Philippe, who is the former manager of the Ruby Rough sorting program for gemfields, and a local Thai gemstone dealer. It was mentioned that based on the location of where the rubies for Mustang are mined, a high percentage will likely need to be treated to obtain a more marketable product. Additionally, Thai gemstone producers have extensive experience with the treatment of Mozambique ruby rough. Faceted, treated ruby gemstones, including lead glass filled, were analyzed in the faceted colored gemstone market. A parcel of 244 carats of treated ruby gemstones, approximately 9 by 7 millimeters in size, was assessed and stones were sorted based on color. Approximately 36% of the parcel was assessed to be of an upper good quality, slightly purplish red in color. The remaining 64% were determined to contain more of either a purple or pink color component. The price of the entire parcel was $3,660. The price of the selected 36% was $1,150, which is slightly less than that of the entire parcel, and thus a very good purchase for the finished stone buyer. Lead glass filled faceted rubies were also analyzed. Out of a parcel of 194 carats, only 4 stones, approximately 29.9 carats, were selected to be of good color. The majority of the stones were very dark in color. The price per carat of the entire parcel was 200 baht per carat, and the price of the selected stones was 250 baht per carat. Marketing ideas for a potential rough and cut gemstone trading shop in the Chanthebury ruby market were also discussed. Most current shops look very similar in that they do not have a brand identity or communication plan or a marketing strategy in place. There is potential that exists for creating trading shops with an extensive brand and communication strategy and marketing plan in Chanthebury. Brand colors, logo, and strategic messaging, for instance, could enhance the awareness, opinion, reputation, and memorability of the company, and certain small customer giveaways, such as gem cloths with Mustang's logo, could encourage customer loyalty. It is simple to conclude that a great majority of the ruby rough requiring treatment is routed through Chanthebury. Colored gemstone treatment centers and cutting centers are very prominent in this region. Ruby trade from many continents is conducted in Chanthebury on a daily basis. Likewise, ruby treatments and faceting is conducted in Chanthebury.
Hello.
On January 16th, the SME team visited the colored gemstone market in Pailin, Cambodia, to also assess the state of the ruby market and to investigate the grading and treatment of ruby rough within the market. Untreated rough ruby parcels from gemstone dealers were examined. The gemstones from a dealer were mined in Pailin and were small to medium in size. The dealer stated that his gemstones are routinely treated in Thailand, however cut and sold in Pailin. The rough gemstones were sorted into 7 different categories according to color. The majority of those color categories are routinely treated. The concept of treatment in this market is to produce a more marketable color, and improvement in clarity is viewed as less significant. Sample heated and polished ruby gemstones were placed next to one another to see the effect of treatment on color for each category. It was noted that the treatment of gemstones was openly disclosed, discussed, and accepted. In the Pailin market, rubies are sought after for their color, and for consumers, it is acceptable for treatments to enhance such color. The miners and traders of the indigenous rubies are well aware of the local production skill level and count on the skills of those colored gemstone production experts in Chanthaburi, Thailand, to achieve the desired qualities. Many times it has been stated to the SME team members that simple cutting and polishing is the limit of the production skill levels locally in Pailin. Rubies from other sources are also traded on the Pailin market, however, at lower quantities, as the consumers are in the region to obtain mostly the indigenous sourced gems. On January 17th, the SME team met again with Mr. Karim, an experienced gemstone dealer, treater, and cutter, and managing director of Primacut Ltd., to discuss the sorting and treatment of ruby rough from the Mozambique mines. Karim stressed that the sorting of rough into categories requiring treatments such as heating, cutting, and glass fill is the most important point of operation for a mining company. He has experience with treating Mozambique ruby rough, mostly commercial quality, for gems fields, and stated that he would be willing to assist the team with sorting and treatment of rough. He requested that the team supply him with a sample of ruby rough to test. Following the meeting with Karim, the SME team continued its research of the ruby market at the Jewelry Trade Center in Bangkok. It was observed that the majority of faceted ruby gemstones for sale were either heat-treated or glass-filled. The treatments were openly disclosed and marketed as such. 6 different retail businesses were selected for closer examination of ruby gemstone parcels. In 3 of the businesses, lead glass-filled rubies, reportedly from Mozambique, Madagascar, or Sudan, were an average size of 5 to 7 millimeters and were assessed. The quality and color ranged from lower, mainly darker purplish-red hue, to middle, slight purplish-red hue, commercial grade. The price per carat for glass-filled parcels ranged from 150 to 1,200 baht per carat. In some cases, the pick price for selecting stones from a parcel was increased by 50 to 100 baht per carat. Rubies that underwent heat treatment only were investigated in 2 different retail businesses. The rubies were sourced reportedly in Mozambique and ranged in size from 5 to 7 millimeter. The quality ranged from lower to middle commercial grade, most of which were cloudy included and had a strong purplish red color. The price per carat for heated ruby parcels ranged from 1,500 baht per carat to 250 baht per carat. The pick price for selecting stones from a parcel was either the same as the lot price or increased by 500 baht per carat. A parcel of untreated rubies from Mozambique was evaluated in one retail store. The gemstones, an average size of 5 millimeters, were slightly purplish red in color and of middle commercial grade and quality. The price for the entire parcel was 18,000 baht per carat. The selection of individual gemstones was not permitted. It was noted that the untreated ruby parcel was located in the back corner of the shop, away from the main entrance and display area, where numerous parcels of treated rubies were showcased. The JTC is a publicly accessed facility with a wide range of natural and synthetic gemstones available for trading. The JTC offers many venues for different consumer levels of ruby trade. The great majority of stones offered to consumers are treated rubies. Dealers do offer untreated ruby for trade at the request of the consumer. Also, these untreated rubies are marketed at a greater cost than those that are treated. However, the sale of untreated ruby is not a common practice within the public trading. This is also true for ruby rough trading at JTC. It is conducted, but it is not as common of a practice as it might be in other locations.
And that's with the idea. But does the regular consumer in Burma want untreated or treated, or do they worry about
This is a very clear. So people want untreated gemstones.
Okay.
On January 19th, the SME team met with Mr. Chief Gemologist at FGA Gem Trading and Testing Laboratory of Myanmar. The current state of the Burmese ruby market and the sorting and treatment of Burmese ruby rough was discussed. Mr. Wana stressed that much of the Burmese ruby rough is not treated, and there is a high demand for untreated stones in the Burma ruby market. He stated that rough requires treatment. However, it is not treated locally, but is transported to Shanthabury, Thailand, for treatment and cutting. This is done to improve both color and clarity. The market for African rubies is increasing in Burma, and more African stones are seen in the gemstone market. Dealers are often unaware of treatments or gemstone sources, therefore treatment and origin of stone is not always disclosed. Furthermore, most Burmese ruby stones are not cut to calibrated sizes, as cutting is done locally where retention of carat weight is of primary importance. Following the meeting with Mr. Wana, the SME team continued its research at the gemstone market in Yangon, Myanmar. The Burmese rubies of one gemstone retail business owned by Pe Ta Ong were evaluated. As the owner's family owns a ruby mine in Mogok, approximately 95% of the rubies that were sold at this establishment were not treated. The family's main customer base has a preference for untreated rubies. Most of their customers are international, not local Burmese. Approximately 50% of their yearly revenue is made at the Hong Kong Jewelry Show, and the other 50% is made via customers in the market. 3 parcels of untreated faceted rubies were examined, and the stones ranged from 3 to 5 millimeter in size. The first parcel was 32.5 total carats and 3 by 4 millimeters in size, and was of upper commercial quality, with moderate inclusions and cloudiness and strong purplish red in color. The price was 280 carats. Pig price did not vary. 3 parcels of untreated faceted rubies were examined, and the stones ranged from 3 to 5 millimeter in size. The first parcel was 32.5 total carats and 3 by 4 millimeter in size, and was of upper commercial quality with moderate inclusions and cloudiness, and a strong purplish red in color. The price was $280 per carat, and pig price did not vary. The second parcel was of lower good quality with minor inclusions, minor cloudiness, and strong purplish red in color. The price was $500 per carat, and pig price also did not vary. The third parcel was of upper fine quality with minor inclusions, minor cloudiness, and slight purplish red in color, with 2 to 3 stones being of pigeon blood red in color. The price was $1,000 per carat, and pig price also did not vary. 1 parcel of flux-treated rubies were assessed. The parcel was a total of 43.83 carats in size, low commercial quality with obvious inclusions and cloudiness, strong purplish red in color. The price was $50 per carat, and pig price did not vary. The owner noted that the rubies requiring treatment are all sent to Shanthabury, Thailand, for production. The owner expressed a possible interest in also selling untreated Mozambique rubies, as their main market is for untreated stones. On January 20th, the SME team met with Nandar Thine, GIA graduate gemologist and owner of Dana Wah Jewelry, to discuss market trends in the Burmese colored gemstone and ruby market. Nandar currently deals exclusively in diamonds, but her family had previously been dealing in colored gemstones and diamonds. Within the last decade, her family made a switch to only sell diamonds because it was more profitable in the Burmese market. Burmese national consumers are mostly looking for untreated stones, and according to many Burmese consumers, diamonds are not treated. In addition, Nandar commented that there is currently little interest in the Burmese gem traders to attend the gemstone shows in Bangkok, as the business of selling gemstones has declined there. Instead, Burmese gem traders are increasingly attending and selling their gemstones at the Hong Kong gem shows. Following the meeting with Nandar Thine, the SME team continued its market research at the gemstone market in Yangon with a visit to the gemstone retail business Janjan Gems, Jewelry and Amber. The business previously dealt in colored gemstones. However, about 6 years ago, it changed its focus to selling Burmese amber. This was because its target market, consisting largely of Americans, was more interested in Burmese amber than colored gemstones. The owner presented the team with several pieces of rough, untreated Burmese ruby stones in marble matrix to assess. These stones were obtained in a mine in Mogok, Myanmar, over 6 years ago and had not previously been sold. In fact, the last ruby or colored gemstone sale was made by the owner more than 6 years ago. On January 21st, the SME team visited with Sunrise Gems and Jewelry, located inside the indoor gemstone market. A parcel of 7 large rough Burmese gemstones was shown to the team, ranging in size from 59.9 to 452 carats. The stones were purplish red in color, contained significant inclusions, with some semi-transparent areas, and were of cabochon quality. The price for the lot was $400,000. The owner commented that there is a big market for larger sizes of rough of good color, especially for local Burmese and Thai dealers. Non-Burmese customers preferred to purchase faceted stones or cabochons. As an example of finished cabochon stones that are typically cut from rough stones of similar size and color, 2 parcels of untreated cabochon stones, 4 to 5 millimeters in size, were shown to the team. The cabochon cutting was performed locally in Mogok. The price for the first parcel of dark, strong, purplish red stones was $80 a carat. The price for the second parcel of light, strong, pinkish red stones was $50 a carat. Next, the team moved to the local outdoor gemstone market. The team was approached by numerous local gemstone dealers selling various species of gemstones, including spinel, moonstone, and different qualities of rough and faceted rubies, reportedly originating from Burmese mines. Some of the rough ruby crystals were in their original matrix. The majority of the rubies that were seen were reported to have been mined in Mogok and were of lower commercial quality, containing significant inclusions and dark in tone and strong purplish red in color. The majority of dealers were quick to respond and open up about the source and treatments of their goods and were readily willing to negotiate their prices. Even though the consumer demand for untreated rubies was the primary focus, findings comparable to the treated ruby market were made. Treated rubies also have a place in the Burmese market. However, due to the popularity of trading untreated rubies, the common gem and jewelry trader in Yangon is not accustomed to the variety and remarkable identifiers of treated rubies. Team members did see treated and untreated gemstones in Yangon. However, some of the sellers, shopkeepers, or dealers appeared ignorant to the reality of the origin of such gemstones and the production process. The local traders commonly fall back on the history and intrigue and previous ease of marketability of Burmese gems and rely on their long-standing reputation as quality gems in the world's market, even if they are not trading in Burma-originated gems or jewelry. These actions are not a case of malice or a concerted act of misrepresentation. These actions are conducted out of ignorance.